wanted to show you here on the Lord Kelvin's is my last video. I showed how the electrodes became magnetized from the current moving through them, but this end was north, that end was south on the left electrode, and the right electrode was, this end was south, that end was north, so they were opposite. I don't know if it's from the charge moving through or what caused them to magnetize. I showed you how the welding really wasn't what caused that. But if you look at my compass, the arrow, the north arrow is pointing to the left, and that's north. There it goes. But I've found out that my receivers have become somewhat magnetized. See how the north goes to the top? And if I move down, it'll stay there and really pull at the ends. And usually the bottoms will flip to the south and possibly the north, because it's just got somewhat magnetization to it. But bring it back here, it points north to the left. That's north. If I put it near the receiver, it pulls the north that way. And down here, it'll pull the south. See that bounce? It really pulls it hard. Back up. And then north. And it's pretty wild. I mean, it's magnetized. It may not be 100% polarity like a magnet, but it is magnetized. Put it back here, it'll pull. So it's kind of like the bolt I showed you I welded, pardon my cold, that it does show magnetization. I'm guessing you can see that. South is showing on the bottom. If I move up to the north or the top, it'll stay there. But if I let it go back to showing north of the earth, then I put it back over here, it might pull north that way. So there is magnetization to the receivers. They have become magnetized somewhat. And I don't know if it's from the streams moving through them or the electric current back charging through them or forward charging through them, whichever way it moved. But something is magnetizing my receivers. Just wanted to show you that. Thought that was kind of cool. Kind of wild. And I wanted to throw in here that even though there's just a slight magnetization, you know, pull to the north or south, just like I showed with my transformer in another video on the continuity, conduction, and magnetization video, is I can use a transformer to demagnetize metal. Then I can use a transformer to remagnetize it. So I think when the streams go through or the charge back charges or whatever, they get remagnetized back and forth. And that's why you get, you know, a little bit of magnetization one way or another. Just enough to pull the magnet over, but it's not enough to really make a polarity. It's possible that either pole will pull. South wants to go down there. Pardon my cold. And the north up there. If you notice, it's like south on the bottom, goes back to north pole of the earth, and then south on top, or north on top. So it's almost like this one was magnetized that way. The charge coming in the bottom, going out the top, and this one may show the same, or a little different. And showing north on top, and it'll show north on the bottom, where it may show south on the bottom. So there's a little bit of magnetization to each receiver, just depended on which way the charge or the stream was magnetizing it. But just it just shows that the acceleration moving through it, whether it be the streams or the charge, magnetizes to an extent.